feel like a minotaur. I feel like I'm half. I just feel like I'm half of one and half of another thing because I'm wearing Penelope Garcia makeup and a Banicula t-shirt, which, you know.
Kirsten's Agenda is the name of my show. It's a way to make art and learn stuff and grow. There will be lots of segments and maybe some guests. 10 minutes of deep breath, that is my quest. Opening up is a really good place to start. Kirsten's Agenda.
I was thinking about aspirational and relatable. I want people to watch Kirsten's Agenda and be, this is not going to work. I really wanted this one. Oh, it's working. I want it to be relatable. I feel like there's two systems happening at the same time. And we have to focus on the system that we want to play in. And play in that field, right? Like get into that game. I don't want to get into a game that is telling me that everything is hopeless and that we just have to like keep our heads down and eat our gray soup and do what Father Government said we had to do. No. I'm going to watch a Knicks game and I'm going to look around at what's in front of me and be like, oh, wait, what do we need to do in our world here to up-level it? And then that will ripple out. You know, that's why creativity to me is so important, because if we don't have something that we're looking forward to making, I'm not talking about creativity that you consume. I'm talking about you going out and doing something. If you don't have something that you're looking forward to doing, I mean, that's these poor sweethearts, these poor dum-dums that are out there destroying things and, wasting water so that someone can, make a image of a dog wearing a beret driving a car, which I can draw. If you're creating something, if you're in the process of making something, you have something to look forward to, right? Whether you're creating a relationship or a meal or a sweater or a play or whatever, a D&D game, it doesn't matter, but it gives you hope. It gives you a desire to make sure that the world around you is clipping along in a nice way so that you can have your things. So it's really important. Also, continuity be damned. This is going to show up in a different thing. These are on two. It's important. Today, City Council passed. They passed a thing that now is going to be on the ballot coming in November. That means that the police are going to have more accountability. And the people of Los Angeles did that. They pushed their city council members. I called my city council member. I wonder if you did. And we did something together. We did something. I'm really happy about us. Also, today is Juneteenth. It's a holiday. It's an important holiday. And I'm happy it's a holiday. And I want every Black person I know to be like relaxing and I am so full of appreciation of you existing on this day. We have some old, but new to you and to me, because then we rewatch it and then I tell Elizabeth like, hey, this would be really great if we had porpoises here. Could we have porpoises here? Could we just do a lot of porpoise stuff? We have Angela Gonzalez-Torres. Again, it's from the past. We're here in the future. We're going to watch it. We're going to learn about this. She is running in Los Angeles. I think her person she's running against is Jimmy Gomez. These are both people you could vote for. There is no Tino shade on either one. These are options. I do not like it when people get like,
Well,
You don't have to demonize someone. You can just be like, do I like your behavior? Are you cool? Cool. Do I want to vote for you? I want to vote for you. I'm making an assumption that whether Jimmy Gomez gets elected or Angela Gonzalez-Torres gets elected, the one that doesn't get elected, I'm making an assumption, since you love Los Angeles, that you will then carry on and support whoever gets elected and do other things to help California. Because if you're so committed to our state, That's the assumption I'm going to make. That rhymed, I think. So let's watch it. Let's watch it. Let's learn things. Let's go. Let's go. I feel like I'm like Mr. Rogers. We travel back in time to the imaginary real life world of local politics. Here we go. We'll be back in a second. Here we get into this thing where, like, I even feel it. We're like, okay, I know to vote for the Democrat. If we don't vote for the Democrat, we're going to do this thing that happens where we break up everything. And I still have those fears. So, like,
yes,
why would we be voting for you as opposed to Jimmy Gomez? Because, see, I think we get into this binary, like, they're horrible and this person's great. And it's like, I want to stop that. Like, maybe there's just a better person for the job now. And,
yes.
Right. So what do you have to say about that?
Let me start by saying, I'm a Chicana from East LA. Like I'm the only woman in this race. I'm a fire sign. So I do come in very.
Wait, what's your fire sign? What are you?
I'm a Sagittarius.
Oh, my mom and my sister are Sagittarius.
My mom's a Sag too. And we are like twins. Oh my God. She does not like that. What you're describing, that black and white, good versus evil, this left and right. She just really is tired of it. And honestly, a lot of people are. And so I'm also tired of the political establishment as a whole and that sort of attitude toward politics. But I'm also tired of working two jobs, like just to keep a roof over my head while the person supposedly representing me in Washington, D.C. is not making community informed decisions. And so I will say it's time for change, but I will also say right now the Democratic Party is at a crossroads where we have to acknowledge the difference and also the consequences of Republican funded Democrats like Jimmy Gomez masquerading as a progressive. This is Los Angeles. This is the heart of Los Angeles.
I've been saying this. That's why I started this show, is I was like, LA, and like, why we're at best.
We're up. Come on, we got it.
Why are meaning the people aren't.
I know.
Why are they it's confusing to me. So
I think we're just all so bound to capitalism. I think Los Angeles has some of the hardest working people. We're happy to do the work. We quite literally fund the rest of the country. I'm happy to do that, but we need something back. And I think right now we're watching, whole families be forced to live in tents in Skid Row. 9 out of 10 of my students.
We have teachers
living in their cars,
are having to teach kids that, that are in these situations. Like it's,
No, it's not a joke. It's like real. And I'm so grateful I still have a foot in the real world. I think people involved in politics just think like it's just easy to say, these really blanketed promises, but there's so many nuances in communities like mine where we haven't been invited to the table for generations, and we deserve to get as informed and as involved as other people who have more privilege, leisure, and time. The root of the word school, the Greek meaning of school means privilege, leisure, and time. And so I take that very seriously. Like education is power, and sometimes we get shut out of the political power process. And so I've been excited that our campaign is one in which people want to store their hope in. It's a really hard time right now to have hope, but also people are voting for their first time at 18 and 74 and excited about this campaign because they want to see their Congress member sign on to block the bombs, bare minimum. They want to see their Congress member sign on to abolish super PACs and, stop price gouging in our grocery stores. And so we've been really pushing for that.
It's like the people that we're talking about, the unhoused people that are in these situations, we hear, we have to protect the unhoused, we have to protect the undocumented. And but also we have to remember that it's we can't blanket these people.
It's like, what does that mean?
Human people, like the unhoused people in Los Angeles are not some group of deranged lunatics all wandering the streets. Some of these people work a couple of jobs. Some of these people haven't been able to pay their rent and do all these and
medical debt. Drowning people.
Yeah. People are like in so many situations in LA and in other cities around the country where they're living hand to mouth. They don't have benefits. They don't have the things that they need. And we're not pushing back against that. And we need to do that. We need to start setting better boundaries.
Right.
Instead of being like, well, let's keep playing the game, because the game is not working.
It's not. At the end of the day, that's it. Like, people across this district understand that, hey, it's just not working. Let's try something new.
Yeah.
We gave this current Congress member 10 years to try to make our lives better. And instead, you know who his top 3 donors are? You know, those that are profiting off of our pain and our problems. So let's just try something new. And what I'm saying when I say that is, let me not do the same thing I think establishment Democrats even get caught up in doing, which is like just throw money at the problem. We need to look at the root causes of so many things under this umbrella term homelessness, right? First of all, we treat humans as if we're the crisis. This government does, at least. We don't have a migration crisis. We don't have a homelessness crisis. We have a crisis of greed. And what that looks like is a current Congress member throwing $1 million at a transitional home, but people can only stay 2 months at a time. That's a fundamental policy problem. That's not even long enough to save or, you know, get an AA, which statistically puts you at a higher rate of achieving upward mobility. I see what is possible when we invest in people with care and with true attention to detail. We also need to fix the annual median income index. Right now, it says the average person in Los Angeles can afford $3,000 for 1 bedroom. I don't know who they're referring to, but I certainly can't, you know, and and so we need to start looking at those things, substance abuse, mental health crises that lead to homelessness. So we need to be paying attention to preventative care as well. So I'm just excited. I'm really looking forward to getting to work, but we got to get there first.
So June 2nd is when we vote for it. And is it all over? Is the election over at June 2nd for you? Or is there how does that work?
Top two for our race goes off to the November runoff. And so
top 2. Okay. Okay.
Yeah. So it doesn't matter Republican or Democrat, that we have what's called a jungle primary.
Jungle primary. Yeah. What do you do that creatively fills your well right now?
I'm such an intense like reader these days. That's what and honestly makes me so happy, where I'm like, I'm not the only person thinking about solutions and like trying to connect the dots. It really excites me. And so, and then I get to have coffee talks with my husband about it. And I'm like, what book did you read? And he reads equally insane stuff about like truck drivers across America. I'm like, I want to know everything about that. So that's where we're at right now.
I love it. I love it. We're coming back. See, what I'm lacking in flair today, I am making up with in special effects. I don't know what's right here, but maybe there were some special effects. I don't know. All right. Deep breaths. It's always available. You can make a sign for your house that says, a breath is always available. A deep breath is always available to you and to me. Let's remember that. Let's reset ourselves every day. Let's do it. Let's think about, as I paraphrase Mary Oliver, what is it? Be present, be astonished, tell about it. She was a poet. She said it totally different, but like that. Go forth. Do a thing.